Good morning, Commissioners and Osage County residents. My name is Colleen Mendoza. I proudly serve as the Osage County Economic Development Director, and I serve at the direction of the Osage County Board of Commission. Thank you for the opportunity today to provide highlights of projects, partnerships, and progress achieved in recent years. It is my pleasure to share our Osage County vision forward with strategic focus on building strong communities, rural revitalization, and recruitment readiness so Osage County can successfully compete for significant economic development projects. Today, it's my pleasure to share a much larger story about our people who make Osage County a truly special place. Here, we believe in each other. We believe in our future. We're building community pride that shines, resilience that lasts, innovation that inspires, and collaboration. Side by side, Osage County communities are on the move. With unstoppable momentum, we're moving Osage County forward. Commissioners, it is my pleasure to report growth is happening in every corner of Osage County. Communities are investing in downtown revitalization, community development, growing local amenities, and creating new opportunities for our residents, our businesses, and future growth. I'd like to spend a few minutes this morning walking through the growth that is happening in each one of our communities. Growth is coming to the small town of Carbondale. They have been awarded grants for city library, for their city park, and a modern income housing grant for the Tucker subdivision, which is a 40-unit housing subdivision that every community wishes they had. We're also working on a downtown commercial revitalization grant that'll be coming soon, and a community mural, which we hope to bring in 2027. We're excited to share a new development proposed for 2028 called the Carbondale Crossing. This mixed-use project will feature retail space and multifamily housing for sale. It is designed to complement the existing businesses and neighborhoods and meaningful investment to the community, creating opportunities for new businesses, jobs, and long-term economic growth that will strengthen Carbondale for years to come. The small town of Scranton is investing in community development. They were successfully awarded a community development grant for improvements to their community center and park. They also participated in a countywide MIH grant application for more housing, and they have an active downtown business district. The city of Burlingame has fully embraced rural and downtown revitalization. Home of the widest brick Main Street in America, they have successfully launched the Events on the Bricks campaign, growing events, growing visitors, and visitor spending in their community. A perfect example of local community progress in action and public-private investment, bringing 8 new businesses to downtown Burlingame. Also, congratulations to PK Country Design, who was awarded Kansas's Entrepreneur of the Year. This community has successfully been awarded for their city pool, grants for their city park, for a commercial rehabilitation grant, and more. Many, many exciting things happening in Burlingame. The city of Osage City has fully embraced downtown revitalization through a strategic community development partnership with the Kansas State University TAB program. These efforts have led to the creation of an active downtown committee, hosting of a vital community input sessions, and the establishment of long-term vision for their Main Street district. Key milestones include public reopening of the historic Santa Fe Depot, launch of the Star Block multi-million-dollar historic preservation renovation, and ongoing removal of dilapidated buildings, and the addition of a stunning new train mural that serves as a centerpiece for the city's progress. Rob and Susan Atchison are tremendous stewards of the historic Welsh community of Arvonia. It is truly our finest example of historic preservation through sweat, grit, resilience, and mostly private funding. It is my vote, Arvonia is my vote for the most beautiful historic spot in Osage County. Arvonia was recently selected to be included in the Kansas Sunflower Summer Program, where more kids could discover this historic community for free. Overbrook has championed downtown revitalization through robust community collaboration alongside the work of an active growth committee. The city partnered with Washburn University students on both a downtown beautification initiative and a new comprehensive plan. While securing grants for historic building renovations and commercial rehab projects, and have successfully established a permanent home for the Overbrook Historical Society Museum. The Overbrook Community Foundation is very active and has successfully been awarded the Patterson Foundation Award, which has benefited the community many times over. In Vassar, their community center is very active, and we were able to secure an award for community center improvements and playground equipment. The City of Linden is driving community momentum through several successful grant awards, such as a brand new community center, the Carnegie Library expansion, city sewer and city park grants, and they have an active pride group. The city is also enhancing local recreation with investments in the city park, the disc golf course, and pickleball courts. The city of Melbourne defines the county's can-do spirit. Driven by an active pride group, the city has secured grants for community center improvements and self-funded The Hub, a neighborhood gathering spot with pickleball, shuffleboard, and a community fire pit. The riverfront park and trails has been enhanced, now includes new educational signage and a challenging new disc golf course. As home to an award-winning school, the City of Quennemo is committed to moving forward. We are currently collaborating to secure grant funding for vital community center improvements and new playground equipment, which we hope to receive the good news by the end of the year. We also continue to have tourist traffic to our beautiful lakes, Pomona Lake and Melbourne Lake. We have over 1 million visitors coming in and out of our county to visit our lakes every year. In Osage County, our greatest asset isn't just our land, our lakes, or our location. It's our people. Here, neighbors greet each other by name, lend a hand without hesitation, and share a belief that together we can accomplish anything. From revitalizing main streets to launching new businesses, from enhancing parks to welcoming visitors, our communities are proving the possibilities are endless. The people of Osage County believe. They invest their time and their talents and their hearts into making Osage County a place where everyone can thrive. This map represents our community of believers who have worked to bring millions of dollars in grant funds and private investment to Osage County to improve our residents' quality of life. The Office of Economic Development's portion to date is $4.1 million in grants, and most recently we were awarded 2 weeks ago an additional $3.4 million for our bridge grant, bringing a total of $7.5 million in grant funding to Osage County in 3 years. And those grant dollars have gone towards library improvements, community center improvements, parks, water and sewer, housing, historic building and commercial rehabilitation, bridges, and tourism. In addition, we've seen tremendous business growth in Osage County. 27 new businesses have been established in Osage County over the last 3 years, equating to an estimated $135,000 in revenue growth. The work of economic development is about our people and our communities, building our future together. I'm pleased to introduce the Osage County Vision Forward. This is a strategic roadmap focusing on building strong communities, rural revitalization, prioritizing recruitment readiness so Osage County is positioned to compete for significant economic development projects that will bring new jobs, keep sales dollars local, and provide essential funding needed to support county infrastructure. We understand that strong small businesses create strong communities. We have, from the very beginning, initiated a Love Local campaign. We have a monthly local business grant program that supports entrepreneurship and small business growth throughout the county. Each month, a local business is selected to receive a business grant of $500 that is used for marketing, equipment, business improvements, or other growth-focused initiatives. The program is designed to strengthen the local business community by providing resources that help businesses expand their reach, increase visibility, and invest in long-term success. Supporting existing businesses remains a key part of strengthening Osage County's economy. Throughout the year, we have partnered with local businesses by providing educational opportunities, marketing assistance, networking, and individualized support. By investing in the success of our existing businesses, we help encourage growth, strengthen the local economy, and enhance the overall vitality of our communities. We are actively working with the KU Small Business Development Center to have them in Osage County in person once a month for confidential advising, which is open to anyone. We are also bringing the Small Business Development Center team to both Burlingame and Osage City for meet and greets. We are collaborating with them to bring special events and work with developing workshops that benefit our local businesses. When we've listened to our local businesses, they have asked for more workshops on marketing and finance. And we are working to bring a Smart Marketing Made Simple workshop coming up this fall. We are also going to have another national training for small businesses in 2027, and we'll announce that at the top of the year. This fall, we are launching our business directory, and coming in January of 2027, I'm working with my regional partners to create a small business mental health summit. So more to come on those exciting opportunities for small business. One of the areas that I'm most excited to share about is I believe I have finally found a gap financing funding source through Network Kansas, which I'm exploring right now and I hope to bring to Osage County in 2020. We welcome new residents and new businesses. We're building community connections by creating a welcome folder. It's created specifically for new community members, and it highlights local dining, activities, town features, and annual events to help residents feel connected and engaged in Osage County. And I'll be launching this welcome folder to each one of the communities at the August Mayor Summit. Rural revitalization is in full swing in Osage County. Through key partnerships and programs, we recognize that downtowns are the heartbeat of our communities. A thriving Main Street ecosystem is essential for attracting new residents and fostering business growth. The Office of Osage County Economic Development has established key partnerships with the Kansas Main Street affiliation so our communities can benefit from their trainings. We've established a relationship and partnership with the Kansas State University TAB Brownsville program. This is where they will come in and clean up blighted downtown properties. They will also host community engagement workshops. They will provide a visioning report for the downtown and how you'd like to see that repurposed for the future. And all of these activities are free to our communities and are at a value of $50,000. So far, our participating communities include Osage City and Overbrook, and we hope very soon Carbondale. We also have worked at the state level to learn everything there is to know about the commercial rehabilitation grant program, and we have successfully been awarded across the county. These are just a few glimpses of the downtown revitalization underway in our communities that I wanted to share. The City of Osage City Downtown Revitalization, here's that beautiful star block, and now as it's coming to life, library expansion, and this gorgeous mural that sets off the entire downtown corridor. Downtown revitalization is in full swing in Burlingame, with the whitest brick Main Street, with beautiful before and after pictures here, and home to, 8 new businesses in Burlingame over the last 3 years. Community development in Scranton, who was awarded an award for their city park improvements. The Vassar Community Center for community center and playground equipment. Revitalization in the community of a beautiful historic HEAL grant used to renovate a historic building which now houses the Sunflower Bakery, which is renowned across the county. And now, very soon, the Overbrook Historical Society and Museum will be coming. Downtown revitalization in Carbondale. We've already talked about the Carbondale crossing that'll be coming soon, but we have efforts underway to rehabilitate the old Skips grocery store. We are just in the infancy of bringing this together, but I'm super excited that we'll be able to do so for the community of Carbondale. Wegg's Ice Cream was a rehabilitation project and is thriving in Carbondale. So many good things happening in the community of Carbondale. In revitalizing rural in Linden, we have the Carnegie Library will be expanded. They've already built a brand new community center, and through private investment, there's the Payne commercial project happening on Main Street. So very excited. We are revitalizing rural. We mentioned earlier in Melbourne, community center improvements. The hub, that's a new community gathering spot. The Melbourne Riverfront Park, the new storytelling signage that they have throughout the trail. One of the game changers that I'm so excited to introduce to Osage County communities is retail strategies. I am very proud to partnership with Retail Strategies to accelerate retail recruitment in Osage County. Retail Strategies will help our communities move from a simple wish list of retailers to a deep understanding of our market, of preparing sites, and the ability to compete more effectively for retailers, restaurants, and amenities our residents deserve. Retail Strategies is currently working on a gap analysis for Osage County and have identified $347 million in opportunity. This is dollars that are being spent by our residents and in communities other than Osage County. So if we could increase our amenities and businesses and residents, we could capture some of those dollars here at home in Osage County. Retail recruitment is economic development in action. It strengthens our tax base, creates local jobs, improves overall quality of life, and gives residents more reasons to spend locally. This process is going to require patience. A typical retail deal can take 18 to 36 months from first conversation to store opening. However, the long-term impact on our local economy can be profound. Our last area of focus is recruitment readiness. Our goal is to capture expanding industrial and commercial investment in Northeast Kansas. Osage County is transitioning from a passive economic development posture to an active recruitment readiness strategy. By preparing labor data, site data, and infrastructure in advance, Osage County is positioning ourselves as a competitive, strong logistics corridor, a low-risk destination for regional business investment such as manufacturing, agricultural, and logistics providers. Our goal is to accelerate business attraction. We are actively cataloging land and commercial properties along major transportation corridors, US 75, US 56, and I-35, and outskirts of communities to streamline for prospective businesses. We are establishing relationships with landowners, and we're collaborating with local utility providers to verify water, wastewater, electric, gas, broadband capabilities, and identifying necessary improvements. In today's world, site selectors are looking for communities that are open for business, where the regulation process is defined, where we have control of the land, proximity to infrastructure, and preferably adjacent to a community, and also workforce. Industry likes Osage County for its proximity to growing markets, for its strong logistics corridor, our land prices, and the local team. Industry doesn't like the perception that Osage County is not business friendly, perception of county financial mismanagement, and that we do not have a developed industrial site yet. Franklin County is way ahead of Osage County. Here is an example of a certified site that they have in Franklin County, 300 acres that they are able to actively promote. Coffee County is ahead of Osage County. With the New Strawn Airport development, where they are currently plotting lots so that they can promote those lots for mid-sized business. They also have property at Beto Junction that they are actively promoting. And they are actively pursuing water for residents and for future economic development growth. The second area of focus is workforce and market data. We are compiling local labor data, skill profiles, and community flow statistics to prove workforce availability to prospective employers. Retail Strategies is currently conducting a retail gap analysis to identify commercial expansion opportunities. Our third area of focus is on regional partnership and targeted marketing. We are partnering with the Kansas Department of Commerce and networks to access national site selection consultants to promote Osage County. I'm grateful to the commissioners for funding our membership to Team Kansas to ensure that Osage County is included at state level site selecting events. We are working to develop targeted marketing collateral and a package highlighting local logistics advantages, business-friendly environment, and quality of life here in Osage County. As we move forward in 2027, when it comes to promotion of Osage County, you will notice that the website and also the social media platform will have a new tone, look, and feel. We'll basically be transitioning to explaining why businesses should choose to come to Osage County, how we are ready to grow, and what the advantages are. Many residents may be wondering, what's in this for me and for my family? Why is recruitment readiness important? Bringing jobs closer to home. Currently, a large percent of our residents drive out of the county every day to go to work. With an average commute time of 30 minutes, local job growth reduces highway time and increases family time. Competing for significant economic development projects expands the tax base. New revenue supports local infrastructure without increasing the burden on the 82% of residents who own homes in Osage County. It supports local businesses. When more people work in Osage County, they buy gas, they eat lunch, and they shop local businesses, keeping those tax dollars circulating right here in our community. Developing shovel-ready sites ensures new development complements our rural community character and protects agricultural assets. Oftentimes there will be questions such as, will this raise my taxes? No. In fact, the goal of expanding the commercial tax base is to relieve tax pressure on individual homeowners. When will we see results? Recruitment readiness is a long-term strategy. It lays the foundation so that when site selectors search the region, we are ready to win those projects. It's an investment in our community's long-term stability. How does it help small businesses? When a new primary employer arrives, their employees eat at local diners, shop at local stores, and hire local contractors. It's creates a rising tide for all local businesses. We have already been hard at this, preparing for recruitment readiness with the sale of Orbis facility in Osage City, Kansas. We have hosted nearly 10 tours with many different industries. It has been a very, very requiring process of building relationships, providing that necessary data, answering questions, and all of the follow-ups that have been needed. I can say very proudly that several of the industries have said the local team we have in place between the county and the city leadership would be a difference maker in their investment. I am very confident that we will have this facility sold before the end of this year, and we'll turn and pivot to welcoming a new business to Osage County. We fully anticipate hosting a welcome event. There'll be need for a job fair for employees for them to hire. And also, it's going to be important that we continue regular engagement with this new business so that we can work together to grow more jobs in the community. Over the last 3 years, we've pursued nearly 20 different projects. From a strategic perspective, we pursued a rail transload facility. Unfortunately, we were not awarded that grant. We worked in partnership with Coffee County on a semiconductor business potential. And we've worked with Evergy on the potential development of a gas plant in Osage County, which would take from 5 to 8 years to plan. Just an idea of the different types of projects include ag waste, biogas fertilizer plants, equestrian resort, manufacturing, food processing plant, plastics manufacturing, aerospace defense plant, pharmaceutical manufacturing, ammunition parts, injection molding facilities, advanced manufacturing, vehicle manufacturing, and on and on. We have been very, very busy trying to secure these projects and put our best foot forward. These last 2 years have been very challenging for economic development due to the tightening economy, uncertainty at the federal and state levels, a reduction in funding, navigating a changing grant landscape, tariffs and operational cost increases across the board. Investment has slowed down in this uncertain economy. I have spent considerable time and focus in the last 2 years on federal infrastructure grants. And this was very targeted to take advantage of the Kansas Build match dollars. This is the legislature that set aside dollars for small community development. We have focused on infrastructure grants such as broadband and ensuring all of our communities have high-speed internet. We have a broadband grant in the works right now, which is pending, which would bring high-speed internet to Linden all the way down to Beto Junction. This past year, I spent many requiring hours working on the federal Safe Streets for All grant agreement, which was put on hold by the new administration last year. Experienced people were replaced with inexperienced people managing the grant administration, and the application was opened up with new requirements. We are on the 4th round of edits to this grant agreement. I understand it usually takes a year to 2 years to put a grant agreement in place. I expect our grant agreement to be completed by the end of the year. We are, as I mentioned, we are on our 4th round of edits to the agreement. As a reminder, this was a grant for $750,000 for a planning grant focused on safe streets and sidewalk projects in each community across the county. We expect project implementation to begin next year. I am very proud of the partnership between the Office of Economic Development and Road and Bridge Department, collaborating to bring in multi-jurisdictional federal bridge improvement grant application together for a total of $30 million, which would include 4 Osage County bridge projects and 2 Franklin County bridge projects. We were able to bring this application together in warp speed. We built a strong partnership with the Kansas infrastructure team at the state level and with the legislative review team, and we were awarded nearly $35,000 to cover the cost of grant writing, and most recently awarded $3.4 million in match dollars if we are awarded this grant in 2027. If awarded, this would have a significant infrastructure improvement for Osage County. I am also working on local projects, such as I mentioned before, the Carbondale Crossing project, the Quinamo Community Center. We're working to try to get a grant for them. I still would like to bring a sidewalk project to Melbourne, and we are working on a community improvement district in the Four Corners area. Also working to transform the Linden Saddle Club into an event center. So also many smaller projects that are very requiring. I'm sharing this overview as just so that the community understands that our Osage County grant initiatives are done in a strategic way. So for example, once the Safe Streets for All planning grant is implemented, we will then pursue and apply for a construction grant in the years of 2029 and 30. We're very planful about the grants that we're pursuing because we want to make sure that we use our funding in the most efficient way. On the go forward, the grant landscape is very challenging. Those Build Kansas funds that have covered the cost of our grant writing and administration and match dollars, they end next month in September. The legislature does not have another replacement funding mechanism at this time. And our rural communities, they may be able to afford to write the grants, but in most cases it will be unlikely that they will have match dollars that'll be required for grants. So we may see projects stalled. We continue to focus on growing housing. If you're working to bring new projects to the county, workforce is important, and having homes for our workforce is important. We're very, very fortunate that we have been awarded 2 modern income housing grants in the past. One at Carbondale, as I mentioned before, the Tucker subdivision, for 40 units. 14 are complete so far, and we have more to go. And in Osage City, we have 15 infill units that are a work in progress as well. Building stronger communities, one visit at a time. We are focused on building thriving communities, growing visitor traffic, and increasing local spending in our economy. From attracting new families to welcoming new businesses, it all starts with one great visit that shows what makes Osage County special. Our goal is to boost tourism to grow visitors and visitor spending in Osage County, to drive our local economy. Tourism equates to $12.5 million a year in visitor spending in Osage County. We are working to bring Osage County to the attention of thousands of travelers with our new billboards that have been installed along I-35. These high visibility placements promote Osage County as a destination for outdoor recreation and family experiences while directing traffic to our website. The campaign is designed to increase visitation and drive spending with local businesses by encouraging travelers to shop, eat, and stay local. Our billboards will have an estimated 225,000 views a month and 2.5 million views a year on I-35. We also have just received our first report for our guest excise tax. If you recall, this is the 6% lodging tax that we implemented in October of 25. Our first funding report indicates we have nearly $3,000 as of 2026 second quarter. We have an annual forecast of $15,000, which will go to help offset tourism expenses for the county. We've made some updates to our website, basically making Osage County easier to discover online. We mostly have updated content, including all of the events, and we've added pages to make sure that our small business and downtown revitalization efforts are front and center. Other updates that we made were including an event calendar. It's very easy to find our local events and also to add local events. We invited a travel blogger to our community to share Osage County's story through her authentic voice. She was able to give us a lot of content for our social media and for our website at a very economical cost. We're having an impact on Facebook. And one of the things I mentioned before is we were strategically planning to expand our reach beyond Osage County lines. We are strategically going after a regional effort to bring new visitors to Osage County. We established events for all of our key annual events, and wow, our social ads are getting traction, 334,000 impressions. We spent almost $1,800 in promoting Facebook ads outside of Osage County. This investment of $1,700 generated more than 334,000 impressions, 13,000 clicks, helping to increase awareness, encourage visitation, and drive interest in supporting local businesses in our communities. I am so excited to share that our efforts on promotion of our key annual events is working. The results are in. We are growing visitors to Osage County. For example, the Smoke in the Spring event, out-of-market visitors, that is people that are not residents of Osage County, we had 13,000 attend the Smoke in the Spring event. That was an increase of 21.5% year over year. We also made an impact with rodeo days. Out-of-market visitors, nearly 6,000, an increase of 11.2% year over year. We also worked hard to set up interviews, have radio announcements, do all kinds of social media posts, printed materials, website event pages, newspaper events, red couch interviews, and all of this effort is bringing new visitors to Osage County, and we are so excited to actually see these results. The Kansas Department of Revenue says, hey, keep up the good work. In 2026 to date, we are a 4% increase in sales tax year over year, nearly $50,000, and we're outpacing the state at 2% year over year. So communities, keep up the great work, and we'll do our part. We are still pending results for the Melvin Sunflower Days and Cruise, the Overbrook Fair, and the Osage County Fairs that just happened. So more to come on that soon. We are creating experiences that are unique and that bring people together. And a perfect example of that is the Arvonia Summer Kickoff. We had 1,000 visitors in attendance, and was an incredible opportunity to kick off the community and to bring visitors from all around the region. Our annual Kite Festival at Melvern Lake, along with the Lap the Lake, we were able to increase out-of-market visitors by 2,000 people, a 54% increase year over year. That is so exciting. I would like to pause and thank with tremendous gratitude the Board of Commission for helping put seed money in so that we could bring the Osage County fireworks events. I understand that this is something that the community had asked for several years, and this year we were finally able to bring it back to the Eisenhower State Park, and then also make sure that we had an event for at Lamont Hill, which is beloved. Both events were highly successful. Together, conservatively, we brought over 5,000 visitors to the county. And of course, their visitor spending on gas and lodging and our local shopping. We expect to do more, bring more of these unique events. Of course, we are doing video marketing to tell our story through video, print ads in the Kansas Travel Guide, which gets printed. Nearly 400,000 copies are printed and basically distributed along the I-70 corridor. Growing tourism is more than attracting visitors. It's about creating economic opportunity. Every new visitor supports local businesses, contributes to sales tax revenue, and helps showcase Osage County as a place where people want to live, work, invest, and build a future. We have tremendous momentum moving forward. Our strategy of building strong communities, rural revitalization, and prioritizing recruitment readiness so Osage County is positioned to compete for significant economic development is working. We are achieving results. $7.5 million in grants awarded to Osage County. Establishment of 27 new businesses in 3 years, growing the tax revenue by an estimated $135,000. Kansas Department of Revenue says keep up the great work. There's an increase in sales tax year over year to date by $50,000. We're outpacing the state. The Kansas excise tax is working. To date, we have received our first report of nearly $3,000 for the second quarter, and we have an annual forecast of $15,000 to offset expenses related to tourism. And on the horizon, we have homes being built in Osage County, which will increase our real property taxes in the 6 figures. As we approach 2027, again, here on the left-hand side, are our strategic initiatives, building strong communities. We know that strong small businesses create strong communities. Rural revitalization, a focus on Main Street corridor revitalization, and a game changer, a new partnership with retail strategies to bring retail recruitment to Osage County. Recruitment readiness so that we are able to compete for significant economic development projects. The Office of Economic Development is a very efficient office. We are streamlined, a one-person team wearing many, many different hats with no administrative support. Other counties have 2 to 3 person teams plus a county chamber person, which comes with additional budget for small businesses and tourism. We're an extremely productive office, despite being under-resourced by $100,000 as compared to adjacent counties in our economic development budget. We fund small business efforts and tourism with what we have. Commissioners, today I'm requesting a strategic budget increase of $50,000 for the Office of Economic Development to capitalize on Osage County's exceptional growth momentum. Our Vision Forward strategy is already delivering results. To sustain this, we must shift from reactive planning to proactive competition for significant regional projects. I fully recognize the county's current financial constraints and difficult decisions to be faced. However, investing in economic development is an investment in our county's future. We are choosing to build our way out of this deficit through a stronger tax base rather than relying solely on cuts. On this slide, I've articulated the key strategies on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, I've laid out the economic development budget. If we invest on the far right-hand column, we will be able to continue the momentum of building strong communities, building momentum on retail recruitment, and building momentum by identifying a shovel-ready site to prepare us to compete for significant economic development projects. If we remain flat to our current budget, we'll be able to build strong communities, we'll be able to partner with retail strategies, but we will not be able to pursue a shovel-ready site. If we reduce the budget, we'll continue to build our strong communities and focus on small business. We will not be able to bring retail strategies on as a partner, and we will not be able to identify a shovel-ready site. So those are kind of the different options based on the decisions that you folks make. We recognize economic development success comes as a result of partnerships of entities at the individual, local, county, state, and federal level. And my heartfelt gratitude goes out to all of the Osage County community in every corner of the community who partner with me. The work of economic development touches everyone in this building, all of my colleagues across all the different departments, and I thank you for your support, and also to the communities and community organizations and leadership for all that you're doing to support economic development efforts in your community. And I thank you very much.